This thought, I can't lose weight, just saying, yes you can, and like trying to just force yourself to believe something you don't believe. Let's not try and convince ourselves of anything. Let's just see reality as it is. Is it actually a possible thing? And obviously there's more to it, but at least we can just let go of this impossibility factor.
How would someone realise what their subconscious is involved in pushing them to do?
If you can't recognise something, then how could you possibly have any chance of influencing it, So, I think that's the biggest thing, is to just notice when you're being hijacked by some unconscious pattern that you're just orbiting around with no understanding. It comes back to that quote, you can't let go of a thought, but when you see it for what it is, it lets go of you. And that just speaks to the power of awareness. And sometimes, not all the time, and a lot of the time, sometimes that's all that's needed. As in, you think, what am I going to do to change this? How am I going to make sure that I control and manipulate this thing out of my life? Like, sometimes all you have to do is bring high quality awareness to something, and then it lets go of you. For example, when I was eating that ice cream and I was thinking to myself, because of the feeling that I had, I was just so emotionally convinced, I need this. I need to have sugar. I need to have that dairy goodness after dinner. Because it feels, I'm so hijacked by it. And if I'm going to try and fight it and say, no, you don't need it, you shouldn't have it, it's bad, and then all that happens is I just want it more, and it just grows and grows. So the more that I fight it, the more that I just try and push back on it, the worse it feels. But if I'm just kind of sit with it and just recognize it as a craving. So I say, look, this is just a craving. It's a pattern. It's something that my nervous system has gotten used to. No one's telling me that I can't have it. I can choose not to, or I can choose to. It is what it is. In that moment, I can kind of just let go of the, whatever I felt like. When you see a thought for what it is, it lets go of you. Is that, like, say for example, someone says, I can't do that. I can't do that. A lot of time people say, oh, I can't lift that thing. I can't do this task. And I say, well, it's not that you can't. It might be hard, but it's not that you can't. It's just a factually incorrect statement. I can't do it. It's like you might find it difficult, but that doesn't mean it's something that cannot be done. So difficult's still possible. So then, instead of having this be this overwhelming sense of, if I'm trying to fight it, saying, oh no, yes you can, and I'm just trying to fight it, but I really don't believe it. If we're trying to sort of gaslight ourselves into something, it doesn't work. But just be clear on reality. It is possible. It might be extremely difficult, and you might need to build a lot of skills to do it, whatever it is. But it's not that it's impossible. It's this I can't is it's just not a factually true statement. And I guess that this comes back to the whole, what is the topic of a lot of our conversations here, is weight loss, saying I can't lose weight. Well, it's well, no, you can. It takes a lot of different things. It takes a lot of different lifestyle changes. But this thought, I can't lose weight, just saying, yes you can, and like trying to just force yourself to believe something you don't believe. That's trying to let go of that thought. It's trying to let go of the idea that you can't do it. I'm trying to let go by just convincing myself that that's not true. But let's not try and convince ourselves of anything. Let's just see reality as it is. Right? And when you see the situation as it is, rather than trying to hypnotize yourself into something and that is the opposite of what you truly believe, let's just come back to bare facts here. Is it actually a possible thing within the laws of physics? Yes. Okay, well, and obviously there's more to it, but at least we can just let go of this impossibility factor. When you see it for what it is, it's like, okay, all right, well, now I can start considering something else. So I'm here every week with new insights on how to improve your health, your life, your weight, information and insight you will not get anywhere. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next week.